So what the Gentiles do, because they know that they can't deny that Christ came for the Israelites, what they'll do is they'll then begin to dissuade you or direct you through emotion. They'll start talking about love now. So it's not about what the prophecies say concerning his people. It's now a feeling. Right? So they got to use that word love. You use that word love, you can move people and misdirect them out of the Bible's narrative through what? Tugging on their emotions. Well, isn't Christ about love? Why would he say that about his people? And all these other people, shouldn't they be loved too? You can't play that emotion on me. You can't do that. Why? Because our God loves those who love him. Okay? What love are the Gentiles showing towards our God? Worshiping Buddha, putting up a white image to be Christ, lying on God's people. So you can't get me with that either. Our God loves those who love him. And the only love you can show, being a product of creation, being born in this earth, the only real love anyone can show our God is to keep his commandments. That's the love. Love is not an emotion. Love is a deed. So that's how they'll start pandering on with the love thing. Well, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Well, hold up. That same God said in the same Bible, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If a man love this world, the love of the Father is not in him. So this world is wicked. Christ didn't die for this world. He didn't die for the wicked, unrepentant sinner who know they're doing wrong and choose to continue in evil. So you can't pull that one over on me either with the John 3:16. Oh, he loved the world. Yeah, but has the world showed him love? 1 John 5:1. Yeah, he loved the world. But has the world showed our God love is the question. So this is another thing you have to watch, brothers and sisters. The emotion diversion that the Gentiles are used to make you believe that if you teach the doctrine according to Christ, that's hate. That's not hate, that's truth. So they'll divert you by tugging on your emotions now to say, how can you be talking about the Israelites when God loved the world? I'm not going to let you divert me into a different topic and go into the emotion thing right now. Who did Christ say he come for? Why aren't our people being taught that they're those people, that they are those people? And if you're lying to them, those same people who need law, who need Christ, are you showing love or hatred? So brothers and sisters, that's another ploy of the devil. Once you have the knowledge they can no longer refute, is to now use the weaponry of emotion. So if they go into love, you take them straight to 1 John 5:1. Let's read it.
1 John 5:1. Whosoever believeth that Yeshua is the Christ is born of God.
If you believe that Christ is the Savior, you are of God. Read.
And everyone that loveth him that begot, loveth him also that is begotten of him.
Come on.
By this we know that we love the children of God.
This is how we know we love the children of God. Who's the children of God? We are. We the Israelites. Read.
When we love God.
When we love God.
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments. I'm reading out the epistles right now. I mean, out of the epistles of John. This is the New Testament. So you can't say you're a child of God and break God's commandments on purpose. So the love of God is to keep his commandments. So when the Gentiles begin to bring in the love doctrine, you destroy it and burn that crap down with 1 John 5 and say, well, what love are you Gentiles showing our God? Worshiping all these different ideologies and religions. So you can't get me with that either. You're eating what you want. You serve it on any day outside of the Bible. You're dealing with traditions of men. You hate God. Your actions show how you feel. It's like having a relationship and one person is going out on the other person, being disloyal to the other person, hating on the other person, and then at night say, yeah, baby, I love you. And you look at them like, well, you said you love me, but where were you last night? What are you talking about? So this is what Christianity has become. It's all talk and no action. All talk. It's about love. So don't let people play you with that love thing. The love of God is to follow his commandments. It's that simple. It's not an emotion, it's an action. Love is an action, not an emotion. And when it says, John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. That world was Israel. That world was the children of Israel. Okay. And whosoever out of Israel accept Christ shall be saved. That's what it's saying. Oh, how do you know that? Hold it and get Isaiah 45 and 17.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17.
Read.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord.
Who shall be saved in the Lord?
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
With a what?
With an everlasting salvation.
With a everlasting salvation. Read.
Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. The Bible, in the Bible context, Israel is a world within itself, which means an eon or society. Israel had a society of laws separated, different from the Gentile world. So when it said God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son in John 3:16, it was speaking of the same people who came out of Egypt. How do you know this? When you get an opportunity, start at the 13th verse, and he's comparing Christ coming to save Israel like Moses saved Israel out of Egypt. Read the 13th verse on down to the 16th verse to get its proper context. It wasn't talking about him just loving this world. This world is wicked. God hates this world. Okay? Let's make it clear.
1 John chapter 2, verse 15.
Come on.
Love not the world.
Love not the world.
Neither the things that are in the world.
Neither the things that are in the world.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
So if you love this world, the love of the Father isn't in you. Christ didn't come to die for this world. That world he was talking about in John 3:16 were his people who was prophesied to one day awaken to the truth of him and of themselves. That we're the children of God and through Christ we're saved. That's that world. Christ didn't die for this wicked, evil, decrepit, perverted world. Okay? Let's get it in its proper context so that now, believe it or not, these missionaries that go out, they pander to your emotions. They try to use this love thing to proselytize. Nah, no more of that. And guess what? There's love when I'm around the church and the brothers and sisters, I feel nothing but love. But you know what? You know what had them come through those doors? Truth. Okay?